Lakehurst, New Jersey, 1937. Airship Hindenburg explodes over Naval Yard. Some witnesses said there was a spark of blue flame that covered the top back fin of the airship that caused the explosion. In the years since that tragic day, the airship has waned in popularity. In the 1960s, the Goodyear Tire Company brought life back into the airship industry. Today only a few airship companies even still make blimps and airships. As the Hindenburg came into the airship Naval Yard for landing, communications with the naval base implied nothing unusual was happening on board. Those broadcasts are lost to posterity, but now they have been found. Through some mysterious series of unexplained phenomena, those broadcasts were heard again at the astronomical research labs of SCTI to search for extraterrestrial intelligence. According to scientists, signals are coming in from the area surrounding the star system Alpha Centauri. These signals have been confirmed from the London Observatory as having originated from Earth in the early 1900s by some unknown event called binary echo occurrence. This means that the signal is being reflected from broadcasts that originated from Earth and have traveled into space over decades and now are being received back. Scientists feel this is a rare chance to hear and record broadcasts that have been lost to posterity. Because of the weakness of these signals, the transcription was given to us of these signals for making this video today. These transcriptions are being presented on YouTube for the first time by synthesized voice. Though these broadcasts are between Lakehurst and the Hindenburg, some portions had to be translated because they were originally in German. Now we present these broadcasts. This is the Hindenburg to Lakehurst. We are approaching field, rain constant but intermediate. Please advise on wind gusts. No reading on sign. Lakehurst control to Hindenburg, having problems with sign lighting. Winds are north at 15 knots. We advise delay of landing because of airship control and possible static electric shock dangers. Hindenburg to Lakehurst affirmative. We will abort for future landing at 7:30. Sorry for the problems about the winds. Please keep us updated on the status of landing opportunities. Affirmative. Hindenburg. This is Lakehurst standing by. 2 hours later, this is Hindenburg, approaching field. How are winds at this time? Lakehurst control to Hindenburg, we recommend landing at this time. Winds have dropped to less than 5 knots. All personnel are on station and awaiting your rope drop. Roger. Lakehurst, attempting landing now. Please watch for water blast dump. We don't want anyone being hit. Affirmative. All personnel advised of potential soaking. All engines are at 1/3 power, dropping at 2 feet a minute now. Be ready to assist with mooring. Lakehurst control to Hindenburg, we are watching you. Be aware of ground crews. Wet and slippery ground here. This is Captain Spruce. We are now at neutral power and the ship is dropping nicely. Quiet the crowd you have down there. Lakehurst control, roger. Media all set up for your arrival. Radio reporter also watching. Make it a good landing. Static. We're dropping fast. Explosion heard in back quarter. Oh my lake, oh my. Lakehurst control to Hindenburg, you're on fire. You're on fire. Get out now. Garbled audio. Lakehurst control to Hindenburg, get out. Get out now. All ground crew evacuating area. Get out. Oh my god. Garbled audio. Lakehurst control to Hindenburg, all aircraft attention. Airship on fire. Keep clear of airfield until advised. Repeating. All aircraft in vicinity of Lakehurst airfield, keep clear until advised. We have a massive hydrogen fireball explosion. Stay clear. All aircraft. Captain. Yes. Bruce. Do you read? This is Lakehurst Naval Yard. Do you read? This is Lakehurst Naval Command to Control Tower. What is status of Hindenburg? Lakehurst control to Naval Command. It is a complete loss. No way of knowing how got out. Looked like some did jump before entire ship went up, but not certain of any survivors. Command. Naval Command to Control Tower. Get personnel in there immediately to help with rescue efforts. You hear me, Solitaire? Get your tail moving. Yes sir. Admiral Battalion Fire Station Chief to Control Tower. We are on station and extinguishing the small fires. Main cargo hold on fire. No way of getting in there. We're staying clear for present time. Control Tower to Battalion Fire Chief. Admiral Williams advises all personnel look for any survivors. Advise who is still alive. Battalion Fire Chief to Control Tower will advise. Control Battalion Fire Chief to Control Tower. Update on survivors. Located the Mr. Joseph Spock who jumped from observation deck of ship. He's burned on arms and face, otherwise unhurt. He's walking and talking to reporters. medical aid being given to him and other survivors found. Only a couple identified so far, will advise. Control Tower to Battalion Fire Chief Admiral Williams told about Mr. Spot. He says keep looking for Captain Spruce and other survivors. Need count 4 news reporters on station. Keep us advised, Chief. Battalion Fire Chief to Control Tower. Another survivor identified, a Mr. Philip Mondo and of New York. Radio reporter Herb Morrison of WLF in Chicago has interviewed him and says Mr. Mondo and also jumped like Mr. Spotted from observation deck. Dalmatian dog found roaming airfield, had some secondary burns and was taken to the base hospital for treatment. No other survivors can be located. Captain Spruce was also found in the wreckage. Severe third-degree burns, taken to hospital by ambulance. Not expected to survive according to medics. Control Tower to Battalion Fire Chief Roger. Admiral Williams has been informed of Captain Spruce. Any crew members found alive yet? Battalion Fire Chief to Control Tower. Affirmative. Control. 1 crew member found from kitchen. No way to communicate with him but clothing suggests he was either a steward or the cook. He's also burned but only secondary to the arms and face. Being treated for smoke inhalation and shock. Control Tower to Battalion Fire Chief. Give us a report on fire control. Is the wreckage extinguished yet? Battalion Fire Chief to Control Tower. Negative. Control. This baby's going to burn for some time. Looks like the oil drums from the engine compartment and possibly the gas and kerosene mixture. We've tried to use chemical retardants but nothing's working. Control. Control Tower to Battalion Fire Chief. Any naval base personnel fatalities identified? Battalion Fire Chief to Control Tower. Affirmative. 1 seaman was on a mooring line at the time of the explosion and was pulled off the ground. Never knew what was coming. DOA. Control Tower to Battalion Fire Chief Roger. Removed to base morgue. In the days that followed the explosion, the Navy investigated the probable causes of the fire and found that the only possible causes could have been 1. St. Elmo's fire. 2. Sabotage. 3. Static electricity. 4. Mechanical failure causing spark on the fuselage. 61 passengers and crew survived the explosion. The German inquiry into the fire found that no conclusive results could be determined other than possible mechanical failure. More than half of all passengers survived the explosion, including the crew members. Most high-ranking crew members, including the captain and officers in the control car of the airship, perished when it collapsed on top of them once the ship crashed to the ground. Most passengers said that during the flight, static electricity was witnessed inside the observation deck and in the halls, caused by the ship having gone through a thunderstorm in Flight 2 late Hurst. Because of excessive rain on the covering outside, the inquiry assumed the electric charge was formed from this. One odd event that happened during the flight to New York was a fin covering that tore loose and was repaired in flight, which the Germans said was a normal event sometimes. It was not the cause of any damage to the airship itself. Herb Morrison's description of the disaster was broadcast after the fire and has been remembered since 1937 as the first time in history that an actual event was recorded live. Though it wasn't broadcast live, he had recorded the entire event on a recorder machine that was transcribed to vinyl record shortly thereafter. Here is part of that transcription. It's practically standing still. Ropes have been dropped from the nose of the ship and they've been taken a hold of by a number of men. It started raining again. The rain had slapped up a little bit. The nose of the ship is just short of the mooring. It burst into flames. It burst into flames. Get this, Johnny. Get this, Johnny. It's burning, it's bursting into flames and it's falling on the mooring mast. So the humanity and all the passengers screaming around here, I tell you. It's just a pile of smoking wreckage and nobody can hardly talk and speak. Lady, I'm sorry. I can't talk, ladies and gentlemen. Golly, that's horrible, Johnny. Folks, I'm going to have to stop because, boy, this is the worst thing I've ever witnessed. The crash on May 6, 1937, ended the love of the airship as a popular form of travel in the air. Today dirigibles are only seen in the sky over football games or used as security in large cities.